First and foremost, all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Racha, Kadash. This is about the third time I'm about to do this video. I'm going to share a little gem with you. It's hard to find, okay? I'm going to show you how we, as Native American Indians, we fit this curse of cannibalism. All right, this is from the Florentine Codex. And you can see her washing up the baby hair. And you can see us cutting up people and throwing them in the boiling pot to eat. As much as it pains me to know this, with much wisdom comes great sorrow. So I don't like this about our people, but the Most High, it was a judgment from the Most High. And I'll prove it to you. Deuteronomy 28:57. And toward her young ones that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them. All right? For she shall eat them for the want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness. So the Spaniards and Europeans had us under such a destitute and desolate situation that we had to resort to eating each other. And I'm going to give you an eyewitness account in the book Bartolome de las Casas, Brief Account of the Destruction of the Indies. So that she will eat them for the want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. Okay, so I'm going to show you in the book Bartolome de las Casas that he actually witnessed this happening in the 1500s. All right. So this is the book Brief Account of the Destruction of the Indies by Bartolome de las Casas. It's a primary source. He is a Dominican friar that actually seen this happening. All right. So it says here on page 53, I'm going to start on this paragraph. All right. Because there's this tyrant. He was a Spaniard. They called him a tyrant. Okay. Let's see what Bartolome de las Casas reported. It was the usual custom for this tyrant, when he made war with any city or province, to take along with him as many of those Indians he has subjugated as he could. So he enslaved as many Indians as he could, that they might fight with their countrymen. So he made them to fight his own people, our own people, against each other. And when he had his army, 20 or sometimes 30,000 of them, Indians, and could not afford them sustenance, which means food, he couldn't feed them, he permitted them to feed on the flesh of other Indians taken prisoner in war. All right, so we were eating each other. Cannibalism, right? Therefore, he kept shambles of man's flesh in his army, so they would keep legs, feet, like tenderloins, and briskets, and the hind quarters, and this and that, legs and thighs, for the journey on the road, right? So he would keep shambles of men's flesh in his army. Check this out. Now here's the amazing part. Suffered children to be killed and roasted before his face. They butchered men for their feet and hands only, for the members were accounted by them dainties. They were delicacies, most delicious, right? And that goes right along with what I just showed you. We fit these curses. And this one's took a while to connect, but it's in there. It's in the Florentine Codex. And the Most High prophesied that this would come to pass upon us, because he cursed us to do this, right? And all his words shall not return void. Deuteronomy 28:57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of all things, secretly in the siege. so she shall eat them. And I just showed you the depiction from the Florentine Codex of the woman washing her child. And over here on this next page, cutting up people, throwing them in the pot and eating them. Yeah, I'm not proud of this. It's sad to me that we fell so far from grace, right? But it has to be put out there, and it has to be shown, and it has to be known, and this information has to be spread to wake up our people, that the Hispanics and Native American Indians and indigenous of the Western Hemisphere are the true Hebrew Israelites the Bible speaks of, and we fit all the curses of the book of Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68. I hope that was edifying. This was just going to be a quick hit again, and I think I'm going to start doing more of these because every time I'm reading, I don't really have time just to be making hour-long, 2-hour-long videos. So I'm just going to start doing some of these quick hits for brothers out there searching for gems. But there's a gem for anybody out there that was, any scholars out there. I hope that was edifying to somebody. Shalom.